What's going on, guys? Welcome to Backyard Pit Stop. Before I started cleaning up this pole barn and building those shelves and all that, I was trying to clear out some space, and one of the bigger tools that I had sitting around was my miter saw. I had the bigger 12, it was a 12-inch miter saw from Harbor Freight. Now, I went ahead and listed that for sale because obviously I wanted to clear out some space, and although I did need a miter saw to do those shelving and some other stuff, I thought I would be good because my mom last year picked up a miter saw for me, and I thought she got it from a garage sale and it was functional and everything. However, after I sold my miter saw, I went to go try to use this thing. So I've got it taken apart right now. We'll get to why I'm recording this video, but she got me this thing. It's a Craftsman 10-inch miter saw, and I thought this thing was functional. So I sold my miter saw, my functional, like new miter saw. I sold it, and then I went to go start putting these shelves together, and I go to plug this thing in, and it's not working. So I was like, oh crap, I don't have a miter saw now, and I did all the shelves and everything with my hand saw. So now that I got the garage all cleaned up and I had a little bit of spare time, before I throw away any of like these tools, I mean, this thing, like it looks great, you know, for what it is. It's the blade on it looks great and everything. So I figured before I throw this thing away, let me take it apart, and if I can't get it functional even after I take it apart, I'll just throw it away. Why not? It's trash. Turns out my mom picked this up from on the side of the road one day. She was driving through a neighborhood or something, and she said she saw this on the side of the road and picked it up, thought that I would need it, or she thought that it would work. However, to my luck, didn't work. So right now I went ahead and took it apart. I got it cleaned up, took a little bit of compressed air to it, and now it works. So let me show you guys what I did here. So here's the motor with the switch part of it. So let's just imagine that's like that. And that goes on here. So I'll show you guys how I took this apart. When I go to put it back together, you guys will see basically how it came apart. But the first thing I did was I took apart this handle. And to take off this handle, you got these screws right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Took off that screw, or took off those screws. And then I wanted to go ahead and check in here to see if we're getting contact. So to operate this thing, there's a safety switch. So when you go to press on this, that switch gets in the way. And I'm probably going to get rid of this switch. As a matter of fact, let me just go ahead and get rid of it right now, because that tends to get annoying. So now we don't need that. So how this works is when you're plugged into the power, there's a switch right here. You should hear that click. So now you're hearing that click, and then if you're plugged in, it'll run the motor. And now the electrical components on the inside of the motor, I'm not sure how that all functions. Well, I didn't get that far. I got lucky and I just cleaned this thing out, and it was functional. So after I took off that handle and I saw that it was making contact, and I got rid of the safety switch, I plugged it in to see if it worked or not, and this is while it's still on the actual miter saw part of it. I plugged it in, pressed the button, still didn't work. So my next step was to get into the motor here, start getting into the motor. So to get into the motor, you got 2 Phillips screws right here. You got one right there, and then there's another one right there that I already have off. Gotta pull this off. And if you guys can see this, here, let's see. I'm trying to work this out. So right here, there was a whole bunch of gunk all built up around here. It looked like it was just, sawdust and oil or whatever. Basically a whole bunch of gunk. There's still a little bit of residue right here. Let's go ahead and clean that off. Anyways, then you're gonna pull these out. So be careful when you go to pull these out, because it's spring loaded on the inside here. So when you go to pull that out, you see what I mean by the spring loaded? It just wants to pop out. So So we'll go ahead, and then I believe these are your brushes that go on the motor on the inside, but I'm not that tech savvy just yet. So what I did was I took these out both sides, and then I just kind of like cleaned it, took some compressed air to it, got rid of all the sawdust that was built up in there, and then I just pushed these back in. And to install these, make sure, so you're gonna go ahead and you're holding on the back here with your thumb, and then you're just gonna kind of push in with the brush, or the front part. Gonna go ahead and, oh, you see it's, and you want to make sure that you're up against the back wall here. Okay. And then it should look like that. It should be nice and flush with whatever that mechanism in there is that spins. I'm guessing it's the magnet in there. So now that that's like that, make sure your contacts are on there. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on. So I literally got to this step, cleaned it up, put this back on here, and I basically held it down like a blender, and I plugged it in, and then went and ran the switch, and I got power. So it was one of those tools where it just needed a good cleaning, I guess. And now I have a working miter saw. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it all installed onto the actual miter saw portion of it. So reason I got it off was because I thought these screws right here. So there's 4 screws. And I thought this would take this housing, this part of this housing off, but after just doing that part, or after just taking this off and seeing that it worked fine. So I actually didn't need to take this whole motor off of the miter saw, but now that I had it off, I was able to clean the back side of it right here. So there was a whole bunch of gunk in there, and then you can see what's on the inside of the. Over here, this is all grease, so that's fine. But there's a whole bunch of sawdust. There's still debris there. And there's a whole bunch of sawdust built up in this spring. And then you can see that I still have sawdust built up in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this out. But you want to look at the gear here and make sure that there's no, damage on the teeth. And it looks like it's all good. And the grease, there's still plenty of grease on there. So I'm not gonna wipe any of that off. I'm just gonna go ahead and take some compressed air to this. And see if we can get rid of that. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get this put back together. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and secure this cap on the motor. Now to get this back on, make sure that you guys can see this. Now to get this back on, we've got our 4 long screws here. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see, which way does this go? Just like that. don't want to strip these, so let's go ahead and secure it with that. And then, like I said, I got rid of the safety switch just because, I don't know, it gets kind of annoying. Let's see. Oop. Don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna forget it. I don't need it. There. Then we're going to go ahead and install the other part of the handle. Push that in there. Okay, that's all secure. Put this back in here. Not sure what this is for, but we'll hook it up to some power and see if it works, if it still works now that I have everything put together. Nice. So let's grab some wood. I wonder if this is the model that slides back and forth. No, I don't think so. I think it just comes down. Like a charm. But yeah, I saved this thing from being garbage. And this is the Craftsman. It is a, let's see, 10-inch double. Let's see. Yeah, just a Craftsman double or Craftsman 10-inch miter saw. It looks like it's an older model, just looking at the way the handle looks and the safety switch design. I was looking up on Google. But yeah, that's pretty much, I saved this thing. Went from somebody's garbage to a working tool. I just wish I had this working when I was doing the shelves. But that's usually how things work, you know. So what's up, bro?
What's up, man? Yo, Mazda was so stupid for putting their oil filter location on this car, man.
All right. This video is about my miter saw, not his Mazda. Miata problems, miter saw problems, but I'm happy I got this working. Now it's probably going to be another couple of years before I need to put up another pair of shelves. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with the shenanigans here at Backyard Pit Stop. All right, see you guys next time.